Hello everyone and welcome to Sweden, where the Chevrolet Inside program brings you to the north of Europe, this time for round 13 and 14 of the World Touring Car Championship at the Scandinavian Raceway of Anderstorp. You know that you can ask your questions via email and we'll answer them in the program. It's the first time an FIA World Championship is coming back to this track since the Swedish Formula 1 Grand Prix in the 70s. So again, the WTCC is the big happening here in Scandinavia. The Chevrolet team arrives on a high following a fantastic 1-2-3 result at the previous meeting in Porto. We are also entering a fourth works Chevrolet La City here for local hero Rickard Rydell, one of the best professional drivers in touring car. As usual on a track new for the WTCC, we have had a private test session yesterday where Rickard Rydell set the fastest time on a wet track. The weather has been a very important factor since the beginning of the Swedish weekend here in Anderstorp. And for qualifying, it's very uncertain. We have some drop of rain, so the qualifying session is going to start in wet conditions, but let's see how it develops.
Okay, Eurosport, we're trying the radio. We're going out for qualifying. That's what happens. It's the wet qualifying.
End of qualifying with 3 of the 4 Chevrolet cars in the top 5 position for race 1. Look at Rob Huff and Nicola Larini. Rob is going to start in P3 tomorrow, Nicola in P2, which is a fantastic result obtained on a very slippery track in wet conditions. Rickard Rydell, the Swedish driver, is going to be 5th on the starting grid. And only Alain Menu has been in a problem during that qualifying session. Let's see where's Nicola. Bravo Nicola. So here you are, almost on pole position. You were on pole for most of the session, and then in the last lap, you know, you just had someone else on the way.
I think the last lap was the best one. If I could do a clear lap, unfortunately, to overtake one car, I lost time under braking. Anyway, I'm happy because to be in first row here, to be honest, means a lot for me. It's quite a dream. I cannot believe that I'm there.
So you are back in the fight for a podium finish tomorrow in race 1. Huh?
I hope. You know, I'm not so lucky, but I do all my best.
Anyway, the car seems to handle well here around Anderstorp.
Since the middle session, no. I was a little bit worried. But then when we fit a fresh tire, We didn't change anything in the car. Fortunately, the circuit was a little bit going better. So, good job.
Another fantastic result in qualifying for Rob Huff after the front row in Portugal. P3 here, Rob. A crazy qualifying session, wet at the beginning, drying at the end. How did you cope with that situation?
It was very difficult, as you say. It was quite crazy and very difficult conditions on track. Very slippery indeed, and it's quite strange the way a racetrack works. The sort of it has a stage where when it's fully wet, it's quite a lot of grip. When it's dry, there's a lot of grip, but the drying period in the middle goes very greasy and very slippery indeed. We left the car on a dry setup, really hoping obviously that the last sort of 10 minutes were going to really start to dry out and leave us with a dry track, and fortunately we sort of got half a dream come true in the sense that we got kind of a dry line, and the last 2 laps the car started to work really well. So I think for the majority of the session we were position 3 but on page 2 of the qualifying sheet. So yeah, just got a couple of really good laps, and at the end there the car handled well, and yeah, here we are, position 3. So fantastic result again.
Standing start tomorrow morning, wet or dry, what do you think?
I think, you know, for me personally, I prefer it to be dry. You know, it's in the wet on a circuit that you don't really know very well is very difficult. You know, it's hard enough in the dry, let alone in the wet where it's very greasy. So, you know, what will be will be. I think it's going to be very interesting down into turn 1 with a rolling start through the first 2 corners. So let's just hope we can be in a good position and hold it for the race. If not, be able to move forward.
Let's hope to see you on the podium tomorrow again, with the other Chevrolet driver perhaps. And a strong performance for the local hero, Ricard, on 5th position after qualifying. But you seem not so happy, even you know, in the team. For sure, it's a very good result altogether.
Oh yeah, it's a very good result for the team. But unfortunately, in the wet there, I was quickest. I was P1 for a long time when it was raining, and I felt the car was really good. Unfortunately, it dried out, and it started to get a dry line at the end, and we didn't have the right tires on at the end. Fortunately, if I had changed tires a little bit earlier and stayed out like some of my teammates did, then it would have been better.
So it was a kind of a lottery anyway in those conditions. What do you expect starting from P5 tomorrow?
I guess P5 is not a bad position. You're on the inside for the first corner. If the car is fast, then I have all the chances to have a good finish.
Okay, well done, thanks. Good luck. And the 4th Chevrolet driver on the grid is Alain Meunier. Is going to start in P17 only for race 1. Let's see why. Alain, what happened during that qualifying session? It was a bit of a mess at the end.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, the track was drying out fairly quickly at the end, and I knew it would do that because obviously I could see it wasn't going to rain. So, on purpose, I just asked John, my engineer, to just wait. Because I thought if we go out too early, then the tires will overheat. But they had no grip. I just didn't have any grip at all. Like the front end was not gripping at all. I just could not turn in. I could not accelerate. Nothing at all. Could not brake.
So maybe you're going to lose weight tomorrow.
That's the way it looks like now. Yeah, for sure.
It depends. You never know, huh?
Yeah, exactly. You never know. Tomorrow, if it's wet, many things can happen. But I don't know. I'd like to know if it was a problem with the tires or setup, or I don't know.
Okay, we'll find out. Thank you.
Yes, cheers.
That's it for Anderstorp today in the Chevrolet Inside program, with a very good result overall of the Chevrolet team. Do not hesitate to ask questions or to send us any remarks or observations you wish to make through emails, and we'll be there tomorrow again around 8 o'clock Central European Time tomorrow evening with the full report of the Swedish round of the FIA World Touring Car Championship.